Good day, everybody, and welcome to this webinar from the Secrets from the Support Folds series. Thank you all for joining us today. We will talk about taking along your server jobs when you're migrating servers. So when you're moving your server, your pdfToolbox server, to a new computer, taking your jobs with you. Well, it's actually quite easy. Of course, if you think of it from a development point of view, your server jobs, your server settings, are all kept on your system. They're all just files that are available on your system. And if we look at the second point on this slide, from a pdfToolbox standpoint, they are forward compatible, which means that jobs you create for pdfToolbox 9 will work for pdfToolbox 10. The reason for that being quite simple, you are only telling the system, this is my in folder, this is my out folder, and use this profile to process the files that go in there. The profiles are forward compatible, so are the jobs. Now, where can we find the data for these jobs? Where can we find these configuration files? Well, I put the paths for Mac and Windows on the screen here. In Mac, it's in the library, so the general library, not the one for the user. Underneath application support, then callas software, then callas pdfToolbox, CLI followed by the version number, then server, and then jobs. On Windows, it's in C program data. Program data is a hidden folder, so you have to navigate to that manually. Then callas software, callas pdfToolbox, CLI followed by the version number, then server, then jobs. So they're both in a similar location. They're not based in the user library, they are based in a system library. So they are available to all users on the system and they are not dependent on the version of the installation. This means normally there is no reason for you to need to move these files. If you uninstall, reinstall pdfToolbox, it will find that folder automatically. If you install pdfToolbox on a different location on your system, it will still look in that folder and it will find those jobs automatically. The only real reason to move these jobs to a different location or to copy these jobs is to move to a different computer. And you want to keep those with you because they will, of course, not automatically move computers. Now, the server settings are kept as well, of course, somewhere on your system, but you really shouldn't tamper with those files. You can break a lot of things in pdfToolbox if you play around with files that you don't understand. So don't just start messing in any files. The reason we're telling you about these is because it's something that is very useful to know and to take along. Any other files on the system related to the application should not just be moved or meddled with because it could break your installation and then you might have to reset your installation completely. Let's go have a look at how this all works in practice. So I'll start with the Mac. So I have a empty Mac screen here. I'll go to my bottom and I'll open pdfToolbox 10. The most recent version is in fact pdfToolbox 10.1 at this time. Now, of course, we're not looking at the desktop functionality today, we're looking at a server functionality. So I go to Tools and I go to Server. I have my server, I will start it up. Okay. And my local server is now booting. Now, I don't think I have any jobs in the server at this time. So we can look at it. Oh, I do have jobs. So I have 4 jobs in my pdfToolbox 10 server. Look at these. I will remember their names because I will go back to pdfToolbox 9 and I will move a new job from 9 to 10. So to do that, it's always safer to make sure everything you're meddling with is actually shut down because otherwise it might crash because you're changing things. So I'm stopping this server again. And I will also be closing the application before I go to pdfToolbox 9. Different pdfToolbox versions, this has also been described in an earlier Secrets from the Support Fold webinar, can be installed next to each other without any issue. They can even be used simultaneously. But because I am meddling with files for both of these, I prefer shutting them down. So this is pdfToolbox 9.4447, which is the latest version of pdfToolbox 9. I will go to Tools, I will go to Server, and I will start the server here as well. Now it's starting up. I believe I only have one job in this server. We'll see it popping up soon enough. There we are. And it's a secret job. Now let's guess what that is. That is of course the job I created for this webinar. If we look at this job, it says secret job. Let's have a look. And there is a profile attached to this. So the Secrets of the Support Vault episode 17 profile. And of course it also contains paths to where I want the in and out folder to be. Okay, so we know this job is present in pdfToolbox 9 and it is not present in pdfToolbox 10. I will stop this server again. I'll say yes, terminating the server. And then I will once again close pdfToolbox 9. Almost there. And it's done. Okay, so I'll close pdfToolbox 9 and I'll move to my Finder windows. So I have my two Finder windows. You can see the path I have followed is as described on my slide for Mac. So it's Macintosh HD, Library, Application Support, Callas Software, then Callas pdfToolbox CLI followed by the version number, in this case version 9, then Server, and then we have Jobs and some server settings. So in Jobs, in pdfToolbox 9, we only have one job. Of course, we only have one job because we just saw there only is one job available there. And here is the job configuration and the profile attached to that job. So if I open this file, which is something you really shouldn't do, but I want to show you this anyway, we can see the name of the job, so it's called secret job. We can see the description I gave it earlier, and we can also see the profile name is Secrets of the Support Vault 17, which I showed you before, and the profile linked to this file is profile.kfpx, which is the one we just saw in the Finder window. Of course, this also contains the folders that I made because these have to be kept as well, and a creation and modification date. So it's really a very simple file that tells the system which folders are being used for this job, the profile that is being used, and it gives it a name and a description that we gave it before. So I'll close this back up and we have this file. So in my second Finder window here, I have the same path followed. So Macintosh HD, then Library, Application Support, Callas Software, Callas Toolbox, CLI 10, Server, Jobs. We can see there are more jobs and there are even some logs here from previous executions. We had 4 jobs in there. We have 4 jobs here, and I have the job that I wanted to move. So I will copy this folder and I will place it in here. There we are, it has been added. Now we have 5 jobs. You can see this one is called 0. These were called 1 through 4. That's because I renamed one of them to be a different number because originally they were also named 0, 1, 2, 3. But of course, I can't copy a folder called 0 into a folder that already has a folder called 0. So I made sure that it has a unique number as a name. Otherwise, I would have a conflict. So in that folder, I have those files copied. Now, if I go back to my pdfToolbox and I open pdfToolbox 10 again, and I start up my server, so Tools, Server, Start, OK. We will see in this window now when the servers have booted and it finds all the jobs, we will have one more job. It will be called secret job and it will have the correct profile attached. So here we are. The new job is at the bottom. It's called secret job. If I edit this job, we will see the description came along, the profile came along, and even the folders I had set came along with that profile. Okay, so that's really it for the Mac side of things. That's really how easy it is. You simply move those files from one folder to another folder, and those jobs have followed. So I showed you from pdfToolbox 9 to pdfToolbox 10, but like I said before, the real reason to do this would be moving folders from a certain machine to another machine, and that would work the exact same way that I described it just now. So I'll stop this server and I will show you the same process, but the way it works on Windows. So it will follow a different path there. But the execution of it is really all exactly the same. You just copy one folder from a certain location to another location, and then it will work the same way. Let's give it a second to terminate the server. There we are. Close it up. Close pdfToolbox, and I'll move along to my Windows machine. So here we are on Windows. I have pdfToolbox 9 and pdfToolbox 10. Now, let's say I open pdfToolbox Server 10 for the first time, and I had a pdfToolbox 9 with a server installed beforehand. This is also a situation where people wonder, hey, if I install pdfToolbox Server 10, how will I make sure that it still keeps my jobs from pdfToolbox 9? Well, let's start this up. I can say server, and we will actually find something new here. If I do this, what do I get? I get a nice pop-up that asks me, do you want to import the jobs of your prior callas pdfToolbox server version? So while opening the server, while booting the server, it actually realizes that there isn't a folder yet that has jobs for pdfToolbox 10. So it checks, do you have a pdfToolbox 9? It sees there is a folder containing jobs for pdfToolbox Server 9, and it says, wait a minute, maybe the user wants to have these jobs installed on the new server, and it actually asks you, do you want to do this? If I say yes, all the jobs currently available in my pdfToolbox 9 version would be copied to pdfToolbox 10. I'm going to say no in this case. Okay, so I have my server. There is nothing in the server, no jobs. I will stop the server, yes, and I will move to pdfToolbox 9 to show you the job is really available there. There we are, and it's closed. Okay, so pdfToolbox 9. Then I go to server, and in the server, I go start a server in pdfToolbox 9. I say okay, and we will find those jobs available here. There we are, there is a local server. It's starting the server and we have a secret job. I named it differently because I wanted to make sure that we see the difference between the job on Mac and the job on Windows, and it's not just the same job it's showing. So it's called secret job Windows. If we look at it, the inside of the job is exactly the same. So I gave it a description, I gave it the same profile, and even the same folder. So you can see the folders are based on my Mac and not on my Windows machine. I'll say cancel and I'll stop this server again. We know this job is present in 9 and it was not present in pdfToolbox 10. I'll stop the server and we can wait for this nice terminating message again. Okay, there we are. Okay, I'll stop this again. And now we have to go to the Finder and find those folders we were using before. So we go to the C drive, local disk C, and we can see this application data or program data folder isn't actually visible. Even if I click here, we don't see it visible yet. But what I can do is I can type program data, there we are, and I can move into that folder. Even though it wasn't visible in the C drive, it is actually there. And then I have the folder callas software over here. I have my CLIs over here. So I'll move to 9. I go to server. I have the same folder jobs here. And in jobs, I have 4 available jobs, numbers 0 to 3. I believe the latest job I created was the one for this webinar. So if I go into the third folder, I can actually have a look at this file like I did before. I can open it with any text reader. So I'll use WordPad here. And we see the name is secret job, description is let's have a look. We can see the creation date, the folders, the profile that is being used, and the name for that profile. So we know folder 3 is effectively the folder that I wanted to use. So I'll say copy that folder. Then I move back to my callas software folder. I move into the CLI. We now have this folder server, and apparently there is no folder jobs yet here. So we can see how it is made in the 9. We see the folder is simply called jobs. So that means if I go to 10, I go to server, and I create a new folder here. new folder, and I call it jobs, and I move into it, then I can paste folder number 3 here. I will actually rename that and call it 0 because it is the first job in this server. Let me just check it is with a capital. Okay, so now if I close this Finder window and I open pdfToolbox 10 and I open the server again, we should see that this secret job is now present in the server. But like I said before, if we just want to get our folders from 9 to 10 available, then all we have to do is click that yes, I want to keep my folders button, and then it will automatically be transferred to the new installation. This is only necessary when you're moving physical systems, and we can see indeed secret job Windows is now present in my server on pdfToolbox 10. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to watch any other video on our channel and learn more about the pdfToolbox product or other 4-piece products.